Story and a big event for the ANC in Gauteng. Their provincial conference is getting underway today. It's already heating up even before things start as delegates edge closer to voting in the new leadership. The party's deputy chairperson, of course, Panyaza Lesufi, and provincial executive committee member, PEC member Lebogang Mayele going head-to-head for the province's position of chairperson. Leaders are downplaying the fierceness of the entire contest. Delegates aren't shy, though, of showing exactly who they're supporting. So what does it look like at just after 10 o'clock? Let's go to Pule Letswiti Jones joining us with more on this. And what seems to be the norm, Pule, morning to you with ANC conferences, regardless of the province, lots of mudslinging and accusations between the two different factions that are supporting their person for the chairpersonship.
Yeah, definitely, Gareth. And, just yesterday, maybe just a quick recap, we do understand that there was a 7-hour delay before the business of conference could actually get underway due to issues that had to be resolved, like you've mentioned, issues of irregularities and issues of some of the quarantined votes that have stemmed from Ekurhuleni as well. And there were also issues coming from now the ANC Youth League as well, which they were saying some of the members did not receive the fair process to register those who were supposed to participate in the conference as well. I believe that those are some of the challenges that were being discussed, and some are yet to be resolved. But at the very same time, the crucial one is the issue of the reviewing of the step-aside resolution of the ANC as well. We got inside knowledge as well that this is also being currently discussed as to what may be the way forward and as to whether the province will try and recommend that it be reviewed. Joining me right now, I've got the Secretary of the Tshwane Region ANC, Mr. George Majila, to give us an update on that issue. Mr. George, thank you very much for joining us on ENCA. Now, at the heart of everything, yes, there are challenges and they are seemingly being resolved, but of course there's this new one of the reviewing of the step aside, and you want to actually have that it be looked into as a province as well. What are some of the things that you were discussing about?
Yeah, no, thanks, Pule, and your viewers. I think first and foremost, we need to put it categorically clear that as the ANC in Tshwane, we are supporting step aside. But they might have some concerns that the branches of the ANC in Tshwane would have raised around the step-aside issue. And from all levels, being it at the regional level, province and national. I can give you an example. During our local government elections, there was a vote in Hammanskraal whereby a comrade was affirmed by a branch general meeting and a community meeting. And immediately after that process, a lady just came out of the meeting, went to the police station, opened a case for nothing against that particular individual candidate. As we speak, that particular comrade was affirmed by both the branch general meeting and the community meeting. He's not a councillor, a person not elected, not affirmed by the BGM and the community. She's in there as a councillor, which is a problem. So we need to look around such to say the process should not be manipulated to favor certain individuals. So that's where our concern is.
So you believe that it may ensue division in some of the regions and of course branches as well?
No, it will obviously sow divisions. It will degenerate the organization. It will collapse it, you see, once it is not properly executed or implemented. So that's where we are as branches of the ANC in Tshwane.
What's the updates with some of the disgruntled ANC members who are threatening to take the regional conference to court, saying that there were irregularities? It was muddied by irregularities, the one in Tshwane.
Well, as far as we are concerned, there are no such issues, but National is handling such legal matters and so forth. We are continuing with our work, our day-to-day work of ensuring that we reorganize and reposition the organization in our own region.
Speak about also the issue of trying to dominate and gain voters' confidence as well. I mean, I spoke to one of your comrades earlier on, Tulani Kunene as well, who actually looks at the political organization report which was tabled by the outgoing chairperson David Makura, saying it's very important that you go back to the drawing board and strategize, because you're losing votes to parties like Action SA, parties like DA, because voters are not having confidence in the organization. Do you think that this is something province may have to strategize correctly as well?
No, that's very true. It's something that no one of ourselves can deny, that we are hemorrhaging, we are losing votes. You see, but what comforts some of us is that the people who have always voted for us are not being gained by other parties, are simply not voting. So in a way, they are saying to us, guys, come on, let's have a conversation so that we tell you where you are failing us and so forth. It's a clarion call, and that's where we are going. We are a mass-based organization, so we are going down there on the ground to ensure that we speak to our people, we correct areas where we might have faltered and so forth. So that's where we are going. We are going to ensure that we speak to our people through their key stakeholders, through door-to-door, as we usually do. So we are going back to our drawing board. It's a reality. We need to be speaking to our people more often than not.
I mean, it's no secret that you're a close ally to the Adiwele slate, of course, representing Lebogang Mayile. But that question there, after a conference has sat and after a chairperson and after, some of the leadership has been elected as well, are you hopeful that you may be unified and that there isn't any factional, groupings that will continue after this conference?
Remember, I'm not an ally of any Adiwele. There was a regional general council in Tshwane which affirmed the leadership of Comrade Maile as the chair, Comrade Mzi as the deputy, and Comrade TK Ngiza as the provincial secretary. So it's a position of structures of the ANC at the regional level. It's not a factional one. Unity is sacrosanct, it's very important. I think the leadership that we are going to elect, that will emerge out of that conference, has a primary responsibility to ensure that all of us are united behind the banner of the ANC.
All right, thank you very much there. The ANC Regional Secretary of Tshwane speaking to us and giving us updates about that decision they've taken in terms of trying to ensure that the reviewing of the step aside can be used for proper reasons and not for targeting individuals. They believe that they can add contributions as a province, which can also be taken up to national to ensure that some of these recommendations are of course implemented. But at the core of this as well, there's the focus to try and regain at voters' confidence, because it's no secret that the ANC has been losing its grip of power on the province, which is of course the economic hub, which is of course now being run into the coalition government, including the DA and Action SA that we are seeing in some of these key metros, including City of Ekurhuleni, City of Tshwane and City of Joburg. And therefore this means that they need to go back to the drawing board and see how they can try and strategize and try to get back into power again.
Speaking of power, who is going to have it? Panyaza Lesufi or Lebogang Mayile? That's why Pulile Tweety Jones is there for us in the cold of Gauteng. He's going to stay there and get us reaction as we continue to bring you coverage of the ANC elective conference here in Gauteng. Now, coming up for you here on